Hey everyone, Tuesday at 2. Have the Plan B Superman shirt on. Look, nothing in my hands. Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome aboard. We are very excited here. Probably giddy is probably a better word. We won last night, okay? Plan B sales. Hey, and first off, before we get into this, welcome to Facebook. Welcome to Stitch. Twitch. Yeah, I had Twitter and everything. Twitch, okay. I don't use Twitch, but I do use YouTube. Welcome to YouTube, and welcome to Periscope. We've got everybody checking in here, so that is great. Oh my gosh, it is great to have everybody here. Newbies, regulars. I see a bunch of our regulars checking in. Everybody's having a good time, and yes, we finally won a NASCAR race. I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network, okay? What you found here is Plan B Sales. We are the #1 distributor of Lionel Diecast, okay? We're located in Concord, North Carolina, but we're located right where you are at www.planbsales.com, okay? Here's the deal. We're just a bunch of people who love racing, okay? Yes, we derive our income and the lights stay on because we sell diecast and shirts and various items. And I know we're going to talk about Noah Gragson and Plan B Sales. All of you newbies, we have got all of your favorite drivers. So just go there. There's a search engine, and we've got you covered. So brand new people, welcome aboard. Just go there, search in your favorite driver, and we can get you set up as well. Over the course of time, our boss man, Brent, loves this sport so much that he has sponsored a bunch of cars. Okay, I mean a bunch of cars. Many of you don't realize this goes back to sponsoring a late model dirt car with Trevor Bayne. Yeah, and it goes back to then. And then we sponsored Ricky Stenhouse in a late model race, the Denny Hamlin race. We have partnerships with certain drivers, okay, Ricky Stenhouse being one of them. Kyle Larson being another one of our drivers. We do stuff with Christopher Bell, with Alex Bowman, with Bubba Wallace. We love Bubba Wallace. We get him in here, and it just we lose control of the whole building. So we're all jacked up. But we sponsor cars, and we've been sponsoring cars for years and years and years. Okay, probably I bet 8 years we've been sponsoring cars. We'll do a one-off here and a one-off there, and we'll do one here and we'll grab one there, and sometimes we'll have our names or different people's names. You can buy names on the car. We're working on a deal with Corey LaJoy for that in the fall, so you can just type in Corey LaJoy and find that. But so we've been sponsoring cars forever, and I've lost count. I used to have a list, but then I ran out of paper. Okay, so we've been sponsoring cars. So early this year, we put a deal together with Junior Motorsports where we're going to sponsor Noah Gragson at Bristol. Okay, this is cool. We got hats. So we got where's this is there? Is this the Junior Motorsports? Look at that. You think I'm kidding? That's a 9. That's a Junior Motorsports, and that's a Plan B Sales. Well, here's the beauty of it. To some degree, we had this deal planned for when they were going to run Bristol the first time. Of course, we know that COVID-19 moved everything back. So we put it in place. We got hats, we got shirts, we got everything but the diecast. Well, we had to change the diecast last night now, okay? So we have it all in place, and Gragson goes out and wins the stinking race. And so we have a winner with Plan B Sales. How about that? Isn't that awesome? We're celebrating, and yeah, we're giddy around here. And by gosh, I know. I'm like I said, I'm with Motor Racing Network. Many of you know who I am. Some are new because we've got all the new platforms here today. Okay, and I mean, and this is they're one of my clients, and they've become friends. And I think the world of everyone here. And when your friends work so hard to be the best distributor on the planet, and they put so much back into the sport with sponsorships and partnerships with drivers, and they finally get a win. Oh man, I'm up doing the happy dance in the house last night as that race is unfolding. And so it's phenomenal. And so yes, we have Noah Gragson, Plan B Sales, race winning diecast. And that rolls right off my tongue because that is so cool. Yeah, so we do have it. Noah Gragson's diecast car from last night, the race winner, we have that diecast car. So yeah, we're just all pumped up. And what was fun is a lot of our regulars that catch us regularly here on Facebook. It was fun watching everybody on social media last night celebrating along with us. I mean, we can't be at the racetrack, and so we've got to be where we're at now with everyone being home. And so, but we all celebrated virtually with social media, and it was cool. And I know the boss man really appreciated all the well wishes. I know that for a fact, and I just love to see it. I just think it's phenomenal. So there you go. So here's how this thing works. Okay, I mean, what are we? We're 6-7 minutes into this thing, and I haven't even told you what we're doing here. Okay, well, I don't know what we're doing here. We've never been in this spot before. If you have a question about NASCAR, just type it in the comments there. And we'll try to get to answer, try to have a little conversation about NASCAR, what we're at, where we're doing, what's going on with the sport. One of the parameters, and I've shared this with our regulars here, is that specific diecast cars. You know, when will the Jimmy Johnson Ally car from such and such come in? I have no idea. And you can just direct message anybody with Plan B sales, and they can get you those answers. It would take a database and stacks of paper all over here, and nobody wants to see me fumbling through paper. So primarily we like to talk about racing and what your thoughts are and everything else. So let's talk a little bit about it, okay? Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. Maybe that's what the B stands for on Plan B sales, okay? It's Bristol, baby. Todd, I know, Todd, you said that earlier. You typed it in. I saw you. Proper credit, proper credit. I thought about it and I saw you type it in and I said, ugh, he got there before I did. But anyhow, yes, it is, we're all fired up. But what'd you think of Bristol? Okay, how about that cup race? I mean, you're riding along in this race, and then all of a sudden it was like someone just, boom, pulled a grenade, threw it into the Coliseum, and the last 25 laps of that thing, it just went upside down. And Brad Keselowski, second week in a row, has a race-winning diecast that's available at www.planbsales.com. Now, what I find so ironic about this is, this week it's Chase Elliott sliding up into Joey Logano. They both go into the wall. Last week, Chase Elliott with a pit stop. I'm telling you, Brad Keselowski's probably joined the Chase Elliott fan club, because this is 2 weeks in a row that Brad has been in the right place at the right time. And Brad's been stout. You don't get to running second and third up at the front of the field without being good. But boy, Brad is living the charmed life. How about that? I mean, that is amazing. It is really, really cool and great stuff. And so, yeah, so both the Coke 600 and the race winner from Bristol, Brad Keselowski car, is available for pre-order. So yeah, you need to get those. It's just really, really fun. The Coke 600 car may very well be one of the last Miller Lite sponsored cars, as that's their last race of the season, and we don't know what's going on going forward. So it would be really cool. It was great. Yeah, AJ Allmendinger did really good last night. Do you think he deserves a full-time ride if he still wants to do it? I think those two are almost tied together. I'm not sure he still wants to do it. And so if he still doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't deserve a ride. I could be wrong on that, and I certainly wouldn't speak for AJ. AJ's a great wheelman. He'll pick up some rides for the road courses when we get to those races later on this year. You can count on that. And but it was really, really cool. It was a good ride for AJ. I just don't know what we're going to see. And my gosh, we don't have rides available. I mean, look, good Lord. I mean, it's just like there's so many talented drivers out there, and you know, I mean, I think AJ's had a couple of shots at it. You know, I mean, he had that run with Penske. Actually, he started with Red Bull Racing when he came to us from IndyCar, and then he got over to Penske Racing, and then he got himself in a little trouble. But then he had a second turn, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure that what the third opportunity is going to be. So it merits it. Great guy. I love AJ Allmendinger. We used to fly on the same charter with him and Tara, his wife. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Love AJ Allmendinger, and boy, it was fun watching him wheel it last night. That was really, really cool. So that was great stuff for sure, and just really, really fun. That is great stuff. So yeah, so we're all jacked up. It's like we've been drinking. It's like we've been okay. It's like we have been power chugging Mountain Dew around here. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, Tracy back in shipping is happy. That's how crazy it is. She's going to hear about this and strangle me. But anyhow, no, it is really, really neat. It is good. Matt says Jimmy is looking strong this year despite the penalty. Yes, he does. Jimmy Johnson is wheeling that car. And that car looks good. Hendrick Motorsports, I'm telling you, how about Hendrick Motorsports? I mean, they can't go to a track without having good race cars. It's like, so, I mean, Bowman's running good. Byron's running good. Bowman's got a win earlier this year. Chase Elliott's running good. He got a win. Jimmy's up front. So I'm with you, Matt, that I'm with you that it's really, really neat to see Jimmy Johnson at the front of the field. I do believe Johnson wins a race or two along the way this year. And I've shared this with those of you that have been with us for quite some time on Facebook. You don't run up front and keep doing it week after week after week without sometime having what happened to Brad Keselowski. Okay, that's the deal. I always say, you get enough top fives, and fate's going to put you in a spot where a one comes up. Brad Keselowski's had 2 weeks in a row where he's been running in the top five, and that's the philosophy that I've had. So Jimmy Johnson, he's been running in the top five, and it's phenomenal. And so really, really fun stuff to see Jimmy running up front. And yeah, this being his final season, it would be really, really neat to see him get a win. Maybe a little extended run. I mean, I know. Wouldn't it be something if if he were to make it to Phoenix for the championship? Right now, I don't know that the performance is there, but that doesn't mean it can't be. So. There we go. Red Chief Dobson, okay. Plan B sales should host a 5K race for fans to run when everything goes back to normal. You haven't seen our people here, okay? Now, I'm not, and I've started running, okay? So this is a little awkward here because 2 years ago, I'm one of our people. I am running now, okay? The only way a 5K works is that if there is the largest buffet on the planet at the end of that 5K. Now, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we're onto something here. But no, we're not doing a 5K. I personally do 5Ks. I don't really see a big initiative in this building to do 5Ks. Yeah, no, I don't see that at all, especially today. So no, so we're not doing it. It is a good idea. I saw, what is it? Ryan Truex, the 40 car. Are we doing that? Are we doing the Atlanta car? I think we're on the Atlanta. I think we're on Atlanta this week. The Truex one. So we'll be on our social media pumping the dickens out of it when we get to this weekend. So yeah, really, really good. So yeah. Pete wants to know to do a virtual race. Now maybe we could do that. If it involves sitting around and drinking beer, then man, I'm telling you, this group here, I am telling you, championship caliber of this group. 5Ks, not so much. So yeah, all good, all great. It really is. This week, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series rolling to Atlanta. Hotlanta, baby. Oh, man, I'm all pumped up about that. Motor Racing Network, we have the truck race. So I'm going to be doing the truck broadcast from Atlanta. And then, midweek Wednesday night, Martinsville, baby. Next Wednesday night, we'll preview that next week here on our Tuesday at 2 show. Then Homestead, then Talladega, then there'll probably be an announcement sometime this week as far as what are the other thens go. But really, really fun. So neat stuff, that's for sure. And we're just like I said, we're just a little bit giddy around here today. So yeah, so lots we see a lot of people from all of the platforms chiming in here, and it is great to have you with us. I mean, it is phenomenal to have you with us. And again, we're the largest diecast distributor of Lionel Diecast. And you can find us. We're based in Concord, North Carolina. But you can find us at www.planbsales.com. If you're new to it, we've got a search window there. You type in your favorite driver, and you're going to be amazed at what you find. One of the fun things that I've done during the off-season is type in obscure drivers. And sometimes you're amazed that you can find a Jimmy Spencer 1/24th scale smoking Jimmy car for $12.99. I mean, and I don't know that that's there, but it's just to give you an idea. We have got a huge warehouse, and the boss man's known to buy some collections. So you're closing down house, you're moving, you don't want to do it. The boss man buys the collection, and we end up with Jimmy Johnson, Smoking Jimmy, 124 scale diecast. So just it's fun sometime to just type the name in and see what you come up with. Todd says there's rumors that fans back in Miami and Dega. That is a great question. It's a great point. And yes, there's rumors to that end. And I don't know where we're at with that. And I wonder about that. Now, here's something I do believe. Okay, if not Homestead and the problem with Homestead and Talladega, it's awful late now. That's the problem. We're going to Homestead next week. I mean, 10 days away. Now, I understand that they don't want 800,000 people to flock into the Keys down there. Okay, to go to Homestead, but to me, it's like it's a little late for them to be open the grandstands. I could be wrong, and Talladega is a week later. Now, I do believe, and this is all contingent upon the states. Okay, speculation is after that we're going to Pocono for a double, and again, that's speculation. You didn't hear that, but The Athletic has a story out that says Pocono. Well, you ain't putting people in the grandstands at Pocono. Pennsylvania is one of the slow to open states. Florida's been wide open. Alabama's been open. Here's where I think it gets interesting. Okay, I think there's a more than likely chance, and this is again just hearing people talk and knowing and putting A plus B minus C all together. Okay, I think Indianapolis, who has stated they want fans in the stands, will have some fans in the stands for the Brickyard 400. I think that Indiana is one of the states that's wide open. Okay, so I don't think there's a lot there. I think we're going to social distance, and I think we're probably going to take temperature scans, and they're going to tell people if you're in a high risk category or not feeling well, stay home. Okay, but here's where I think that Indianapolis Motor Speedway, while we all NASCAR fans love the Brickyard, okay, there's another race that happens at Indy, and that's coming up at the end of August. And it's the Indianapolis 500. Roger Penske owns Indy, and he's a very wise man. My hunch is that RP is going to want to have, for lack of a better term, a dry run with 15, 20,000 fans in the stands. And Indy, you put 15,000 people in there and you won't even see each other. So social distancing would be good. But I would not be shocked if Indy doesn't have some fans in the stands, and that way they can check the scanning and getting people in and learning how to do this so that come the end of August for the Indianapolis 500, they have a dry run. That's putting A together with B together with C. NASCAR hasn't even announced that we're going to Indy in a couple of weeks because they're only rolling it out. But I've not heard anything that says we're not going to Indy, and Indiana is one of the states that's open. So that's where I'm. That would be my, if I'm a betting man and wondering where fans are back, I think Indy is where I'd put my money. Now, and that doesn't mean that once that happens, it's going to happen everywhere. Okay, there's going to be states where it's not going to happen. So, and I think that's a challenge too, is you open it up at Indy and then you close it down wherever we go after that. And so I think that becomes a challenge, the back and forth. So, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what I would guess. That's what I might bank on. But and believe me, we can't wait. I've talked to a lot of drivers, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of drivers that say getting out of the car with no race fans there, even in victory lane, is no fun. And so we can't wait to get fans back, and can't wait to do that. That's for sure. And with that, I think we're going to call it a day. Okay. Now, and I'm telling you what, again, welcome aboard to everybody new on all of the formats. Now it's called Twitch, right? I tell you what I was getting. It was Stitcher, which is a podcast formula or podcast software. So it's Twitch, it's YouTube, it is Periscope, And it is, of course, Facebook Live, which we've been on Facebook Live for years and years and years. So we welcome everyone aboard. We do this every Tuesday at 2. Most of the time we're here in our studio. Once in a while we take it on the road and have some fun at a race shop or somewhere around the area when we can do it. Over the course of time, we'll have drivers. Once things kind of get back to whatever normal is going to be, we'll have drivers stop by and do some quick Q&A sessions with the driver. So just be following along. Put your notifications on for Plan B sales, because when we go live, you never know what we're going to do. I'll take it when I'm working with MRN and we get back to normal and I'm in the garage area. I'll jump on and do something live from the garage area. So we'll bounce on and off. So put all your notifications on, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, remember all your diecast needs. We've spent a lot of time talking about Noah and the Plan B sales car. Obviously, we're very proud of that and very happy about that. And the hats are in stock. See, the hats are in stock right here. This is a real hat. Okay, the hats are in stock. You can get those now, and then the diecast you would pre-order it on Plan B sales. And again, all your favorite drivers are there. So make sure for all your diecast needs, go to www.planbsales.com. I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Enjoy the races this weekend from Atlanta, and we'll see you next week here on Tuesday at 2.